Hello Aries and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reader's naked, by which I mean I try to strip out as much astrology as I can. I do that by using this playing deck here. Each card in here represents a star sign or type of star sign. There are also the two jokers, which represent a soulmate and a twin flame connection. Okay, that being said, this is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. We are doing a read on the devil, which you had in my last All Signs overview I done. If it does resonate with you, fantastic. Take what resonates and go with it. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. There are plenty of videos on my time list. They're all time list, video, playlist. They're all timeless. So have a look through there. Anything that resonates with you, go for it, even if it's not your star sign, because that doesn't really matter in tarots. Right, okay. So we are doing a read about the devil, which you had in your All Signs overview. For some of you, I feel that you are being trapped, or you are trapped in a situation you want to get out of, and you don't really know how to get out of it. There you go, we're going to have that one. Okay, that's just mucked up my whole deck. I'll have to sort that out later. For others of you, I feel that this energy is yours. You are somehow, I don't know, somehow devilish is what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling the normal addicted or obsessed with it, just devilish. You are feeling in a, what's the right word? Almost a rebellious mood. Everything anyone says, if it remotely sounds like some sort of authority comment coming from their mouth, you're just going to do the opposite. Okay, so let's crack on with the read. We've got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of movement, moving away generally from something you don't want, moving towards something that you do want. Okay, after the cup, we got the Three of Cups. So possibly some of you are moving away from a third-party situation. Some of you may be moving towards a third-party situation. As I said, for some of you, you are devilish. For others of you, you're trapped in a third-party situation and you want to get out of it. It is also a card of communication. It's a card of networking. It's a card of social bonding. It's a card of support groups. Maybe some of you, there is always the energy of addiction tied up with the devil card. So the small minority of you, you are in some sort of form of addiction or addictive abuse of some description, and you are seeking help. And that'll be our first card out, the Eight of Pentacles. The overall of this read will be the King of Pentacles. You can see it better now. Okay. This would be the connection. Just here will be how they feel about the connection. That's this Seven of Diamonds. By the way, it's an older earth sign, about 3 or 4. Okay. Just there is going to be how the earth sign feels about you. Just here is going to be what the universe wants to tell us about the connection, the what you don't see coming card, so to speak. And just here is going to be what the universe is hoping for an outcome. I say hoping for an outcome because we can get in the way of the universe's plans with our own free will, and quite often do. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's kind of like work orientated, but it's a work you don't particularly want to be doing, or feel the need that needs to be done. Okay, so the way this earth sign feels about this is the Star card. They've been wishing for this sort of thing. It's they've been putting the intentions out there. They may have been putting the intentions out there for a better type of work, a different type of job, and that's why this work card is in reverse. It's kind of like there's something in the energy which is saying they're not happy. okay? Or someone's not happy with the work situation and they wish they could literally flip it around, okay? Sometimes when a card is in reverse, that is literally what it means. They want to flip whatever that card means around somehow. Okay, how they feel about you, Aries, is heartbreak, pain, and I'm feeling sorrow of that particular one. The Three of Swords is generally on other cards, normally three swords in a heart of some description. It's not necessarily heartache over you as such. It could be heartache over anything, but you are the thing what's making them feel it, okay? Perhaps they've been fired and you're a permanent reminder of that because you're their replacement, or you used to work in the same company they did. Sorry, I just had a cough and clear my throat. So the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a card of action. It's knowing the truth, seeing the truth, and acting upon the truth. For some of you, it is also a card of needing to seek some form of professional aid. Okay, finding someone who knows their stuff in their particular field and getting information and help from them. And the Seven of Cards, the minor arcana of the devil, the Seven of Cards, the Seven of Swords, the minor arcana card of the devil, as I see it. So the overall outcome the universe is kind of hoping for here is some sort of loss, some sort of feeling like something's being stolen. It could just be lies. Is anything sort of related to that devil card, so to speak? So, but not so much the feeling trapped part of it. It's sort of more of the devilish side of it, lying to people for no reason other than the fact that you can, and things like that, stealing from people, all the addiction part of there, because let's face it, most addictions people have are illegal, okay? But it could be just an addiction to some sort of drug, or it could be an addiction to gambling or whatever. But I'm feeling more of this is something's getting lost, something's being stolen. Okay, let's get some clarifiers out. So this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see what this connection is all about in a little bit more detail, shall we? There we go. The Four of Pentacles. And there's the Devil. Okay, so for the bulk of you, when I said you got the Devil card, your person either feels trapped in their working situation. Not necessarily this, you could be an established couple, but they're not happy with where they're working. They feel trapped in this work. You may not know or not be established with your person, but you know of them. You know them. They're sort of like a friend, a family member or something, and they're feeling trapped in their work situation at the moment. There's something about it they're just not happy with and they want to get out. For those of you who are feeling devilish, it is mainly because you're bored at work. And this is where the flip wants to come from, okay? The Four of Pentacles is, well, there is fear, but it's kind of like the general meaning of the Four of Pentacles is like kind of saving for saving's sake. Yeah, it can be translated as greed or hoarding, but for want of better words, is saving for saving's sake. You don't need to save. You just want to save. Okay, and again, that actually comes across a little bit like the devilish energy up in the universe as well. It's like, well, you don't need to save. You could be spending your money. You could be oiling the gears of economics, so to speak, because that's how the gears of economics get oiled. People spend money. When people start saving money, and lots of it, that's when things start to go wrong with economies. Okay, but there's and generally the fear for the Four of Pentacles comes from the fear of losing what you've been saving. So some of this not being happy within your work life is to do with not having enough money to actually save with. It's not so much the work's problem. Yeah, they probably were paying you a good wage 4 months ago, but because of the way things are going in the world at the moment with finances and war and natural disasters and everything else, it's putting an immense strain and burden on countries' finances. And they're having to change things. For instance, in my country, the pound is crashing. Our Prime Minister made... I'm not going to say if it was a good or bad decision. She made a decision. She thought she'd done what she thought was best for whatever ends she wanted. And it seems to be going badly for us. Okay, I'm trying to be diplomatic there. I'm trying to be the King of Cups there. Be a little bit diplomatic, not actually say anything out of turn about her. I'm not in her position. I don't know. Maybe she's feeling trapped in her job now. Maybe she's an Aries. I'll have to have a look into that. Maybe I'm doing a read for our Prime Minister. But anyway, getting back to it. So, yeah, gas prices are going up, etc., etc. So the wage is still just the same as it was. It's just not going as far as it used to go. And that is what's causing this feeling entrapped in a bad job, because it's not paying as well as it used to. It's paying exactly the same as it used to. It's just everything else has gone up, so you're spending more. After saying all that about the work, there is an element of love all in this. There are some of you who feel like you are trapped in love or want to communicate. You are trapped in work, but you want to communicate with someone within work about love. That's probably more for the ones who are a little bit devilish and bored in their current workplace. But the Page of Swords is a card of dreaming about, like, fantasizing about, like, normally it'd be love and romance, but in the work case scenario, it could be just fantasizing about having a better job. Yeah, having a job you're in love with instead of a job you're currently unhappy with this devil crossing it. So let's see what the... I was going to say the Four of Stars. The Four of Stars. Yeah, let's see what this Four of Stars is. There's no such card as the Four of Stars. It is just a star card. 4 is important somehow to this reading. Okay, take note of any 4s. Anytime I say 4, especially when I'm not meant to, or just generally look up the universe meaning, angel number 4. See what that means. I have no idea. I find it hard enough to sort of deal with everything else I have to remember in life, let alone remembering thousands and thousands of universe and angel numbers and everything else. Okay, so they're requiring strength. For whatever they're wishing for, hoping for, they need strength for. But again, with that strength comes fear. We've now got 2 lots of fear cards out, okay? Perhaps they're fearing that they won't be good if they get this new job. No, basically, it's kind of saying they're manifesting a little bit wrong. They're manifesting with strength, but they're also putting their fears in with that. And then we got the Magician coming out with that as well, which is another card of manifestation. And so they are definitely, this whole wish is about wishing for something, or this whole card, star card, is about wishing for something, hoping for something, praying for something, okay? And they are doing it strongly. The universe is telling us there that with the strength card out, they are doing it strongly, but it's also a card of courage. You only really need courage when you have a little bit of doubt, have a little bit of fear about something. So they are fearing this work situation. Perhaps they're fearing that they have to leave their job to find another job to earn more money to pay for the bills. Perhaps they're fearing the fact that the job might go under because of now the new economical climate in various different countries, and their company might go under and they might have to look for a new job. Or perhaps they're just wishing that they weren't trapped in the current job they were in. There is a huge undercurrent to this read of some sort of love soul cycle, but with the Six of Cups coming out, that is a card of, like, soul contracts, past happy feelings, normally with some loved one, or just generally past happy feelings. They're wishing for better times. They're wishing for times, bygone times, times in the past. It is also a card of contracts. Perhaps they've got a new contract being signed, tied up with this, and they're deliberating if they actually want to sign this contract in a job they don't particularly want or not. But they feel trapped because of all the bills they have to pay, which means, well, I've got the job, it's paying the bills, even though I don't like it. I might just have to stay here. And with the 6, it is a contract card. It is a soulmate card. It just kind of there is this element of love going through this as well, but it's not the main part of the read. The main part of the read is definitely finance, I feel. Okay, or jobs. Not so much finance, just jobs. I suppose some of you work in the sex industry and you've fallen in love with a client. There you go. I'll just roll 2 of them into one. But we got the page. Oh, no, it's not the page at all. We got the Ace of Swords, and we've got. No, it's not the Swords either. What is going on with me today? It's the Ace of Wands. It's because I was thinking of the 3 of Swords. Right. Okay. We got the Ace of Wands, and we have got the 5 of Cups coming out for your clarifiers on how they feel about you. They want some sort of new start with you, okay? But there is this pain somehow about you. You're either triggering the pain or you are causing the pain. And it is some kind of love pain. Perhaps they're feeling they're causing you pain because of this whole work situation. With this new start is coming out the 5 of Cups. What's triggering this new start is the fact that they feel loss and sorrow for something. Well, it could be the amount of spare money they used to have. And they're currently not paying any attention to the 2 of Cups, the soulmate card of the tarot deck. Well, the recognised soulmate card of the tarot deck anyway. All tarot readers have various different feelings about various different cards. They're worrying about things in the past which they have lost and wish that they could have back, and not actually paying attention to what they have, I would say, right in front of them, but actually sitting there behind them. When this young woman here finishes worrying about her 3 cups of spilt snow, she turns around to find she's still got 2 perfectly good cups of snow behind her. Okay, she's only got 2 hands. What's she going to do with 3 cups anyway? Yeah. Crossing it is the 5 of Swords. She also feels that anything, I say she, because I'm still thinking of this 5 of Cups. They also feel anything that they do with you is only ever going to give them short-term gains and probably a long-term loss. Okay, they're feeling that it's all going to be a false victory. You're going to leave them because their job ain't earning them enough money. Whatever they do, they won't win. Basically, they feel like, as I said, they feel trapped. They feel stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to you. Whatever I do, I'm not going to win. And there is an element with that 4 of Pentacles. Why should I do anything? Okay. And so let's see what this King of Swords is going to tell us. What are you going to tell us about this connection, universe? Don't give me all these cards, but basically just back up everything I just said about it in the first place. Tell us something we don't know about this connection. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So again, the Emperor card. The Emperor card is like the pinnacle of all the kings put together. It's someone who is in charge. And as I said with this card, some of you may be needing to look for some form of authority figure who's in charge. A solicitor, a professor, a medical consultant. It doesn't really matter. Some sort of lawyer for legal matters about work. Maybe you've been unjustly fired and you're looking into suing the company. But you need to look into someone who's like at the top of that. Someone who's also ambitious and passionate about what they're doing. Because the Emperor is ambitious. The Emperor is passionate. But it's not passion in a love sense. It's passion as in they put all their heart and soul into what they are doing. You have to when you're an emperor. If you want to expand empires, push your borders out and things. You have to take those risks, and you have to be passionate about them, and you have to also be realistic about the consequences afterwards. With the Three of Wands coming out with this as well, it's setting the stage for something new. The Three of Wands is looking for new horizons. He's standing at the front of a boat, holding one of the wands, and he's looking out into the distance. He's looking for something new, something on the horizon. Sometimes readers would say it's setting the intentions. The universe is saying this saving for saving's sake is for the future. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're not saving as much as you thought you were saving or would be saving at this point of your life. It's whatever you're saving for is for the future. It's for your new horizon, not your current circumstances. So if you're putting in less, it's just going to take a little bit longer. Don't worry too much about it. Okay, because with the Six of Pentacles coming out as a crossing card, it means that everything is going to balance out eventually. And on this card is like all the new horizons you could be having. There is a boat on there. There is a ring on there. Some of you may be getting or planning and saving on for a wedding. And I've actually just noticed there's actually 8 rings on there. Yeah. And in this deck, the 8 of Pentacles is some guy at a forge forging 8 rings. Yeah. And all he has to do is one more, and then he's got the 9 rings for the mortal kings. Anyway, right, and there's food on there, there's hammer on there, so there's the work is in there, the play is in there, leisure's in there, and things. But it is bringing balance. Your future savings are safe, okay, and they will balance themselves out. You don't have to worry about it. And for those of you who are in a love reading, the undercurrent of love, basically it's you're going to stop getting breadcrumbed. Okay, someone's going to come in and try to balance the love situation with you. Although, to be quite honest, we don't have much in the way of communication cards coming out, really. So let's see what this loss is about and what you feel like you've been, which has been stolen. Okay. And this does kind of bounce off this hope and wish up here for this slightly older earth sign. They feel that something has been lost and stolen, and they're wishing, they could be just wishing for it back, quite simply. The Knight, I said there's no communication cards out here. The Knight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is all about fast acting communication. It's about a fast acting message. They have one specific message to come through, and it's like the redcoats are coming. The redcoats are coming. He went running through Paul Revere, I think his name is. Went running through all the villages, towns, alerting the Americans that the redcoats are coming. Okay. The redcoats being the British, for those of you who don't know your history. And that's all he done. That was his job. That was his one message he had to deliver. He didn't stop and tell people that there's a new Greggs opening up and they do wonderful bacon and omelette rolls. I don't get sponsored by Greggs, by the way. It was just something that popped into my head. Okay. The Two of Pentacles is a shift in the energies. Pretty much. There's a juggling going on. The way this is linked with the Seven of Swords, I feel that you feel that your opportunity to present your one and only bit of information you need to be telling someone has been stolen from you currently at the moment. But with the Two of Pentacles, it will shift back round again. I see the Two of Pentacles as this point just here, yeah, that crossover point of the two energies. Okay, it's like the Wheel of Fortune, but instead of it suggesting that you're going on to something new or worse, going from something old, it's suggesting you're right at that crossover point, right when both of the energies are still in your life and you're juggling them. Okay. Crossing this is the Fool. The Fool card is all about new starts. This is what's going to be happening from this. take the leap of faith and see where it goes. Okay? Have faith in the universe or the Lord above or source or whatever you believe in. Have faith in that, is what I'm feeling off that Fool card. I'm not saying throw caution to the wind and just keep living life how you have been, yeah, in an economical boom as we're going through an economical depression, because that's just foolishness, okay? But if you think it's okay, take that leap, okay? If you think my faith will carry me through, take that leap. At the end of the day, it's up to you. Do what you want. You have your free will. This is why tarot reads change so often, because you exercise your free will so much. The universe keeps having to change its plans. Right, universe, what else would you like to tell Aries about all this? Okay, that's our first card out. Seven of Pentacles, divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune. I told you there's a Wheel of Fortune, yeah? Things will get better. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying things will improve, things will get better, but currently at the moment they may not be as good as you would like them. You are currently, the universe is saying, you are currently at this changeover point. You're still in the bad, but good's on the horizon, okay? And they bookend each other as well. But you do have to wait, you do have to be patient, you do have to take your time. The Seven of Pentacles is all about divine timing, waiting for things to come to fruition naturally. In some decks, it'll be some farmer looking over his field, you know, with all his crop on there, and he's waiting for that right peak time to harvest it and hope that everything else is around at the same time in the right conditions to make that harvest go smoothly and quickly. So it's a card of having to wait for things to ripen naturally by themselves. Let's face it, we've all had tomatoes which have been false ripened and they just don't taste as nice as one you've picked off your own vine during the middle of the summer, which is ripened by itself. Okay, and really, seriously, don't ask me why I pick tomatoes. I hate them. I do not pick tomatoes off vines and eat them. I despise the taste of them. But for someone out there, you know exactly what I mean, okay? The Fool card coming out again is taking the leap, yeah? It's trusting in your intuition and going with it if it feels right once this new energy comes in. Crossing it is the Nine of Cups. The minor arcana of the wish is the universe saying the wish will be fulfilled. The thing you are wishing for, the thing you're fearing about, but the thing you are wishing for will come to fruition in time, in divine timing, when the energies of the Wheel of Fortune are right and has shifted. As I said, you're in that crossover bit, and you could be in that crossover bit for a while. It depends how fast or slow the Wheel of Fortune is going. Okay, it turns for all of us at different speeds. It's a bit like how we all hit the same stop sign at different times. Okay, the stop sign I refer to is this read. Okay, this is what the energy is pumping out, but the energy or the universe is pumping this energy out currently at the moment, but we all hit it at different times. Okay, that's how tarot reads are timeless, because we all get there at slightly different times, and it's like a stop sign on the road. It's always permanently there. Yeah, it's in your past, it's in your future, and it's currently in your present when you're stopped at it. Yeah, and when you pass it, it don't suddenly disappear. It's still there. Someone else comes up to it and stops at it. It's a stop sign. Okay, so that is what it's saying. In the future, it will get better. Your wishes will come true. They will be granted. Okay, or your prayers will be answered, or your sneaky little download from the source will come through. Okay, depending on what you believe in. Okay, so that is your read, Aries. Hopefully it made some sort of sense and resonated with you. If it does, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it out with someone you think might need it. Okay, if it didn't resonate with you and you got to the end, not that I just appreciate you lot, but I appreciate everyone who reads or listens to my readings. Thank you very much for wasting half an hour of your time listening to my YouTube video. It is appreciated that it's pushed my figures up just that little bit more. Share and subscribe if it didn't resonate with you. Subscribe because the next one might, because I don't follow any sort of cycle. I won't be following off this one next week or anything like that. It will be a fresh new read. And subscribe. No, that's why you should subscribe and share, because it might be for someone you know. Maybe you know an older earth sign and it's for them. Or perhaps you know and you are friends with an Aries and it might be for them. Okay, thank you very much and catch you